in the online backup industry. Quite a lot. In general, online backup and cloud services are certainly in the early adoption phase, and that means there's a ton of opportunity to take advantage of. These services are growing in popularity due to 4 major megatrends or macroeconomic effects. These are expansion of internet bandwidth. Even though in some areas the bandwidth is expensive and not always terribly good, it's certainly better than it was 5 years ago. And you know next year it's going to be much better, and the year after that it's going to be much better. So expansion of internet bandwidth is increasing people's tendency and interest in putting information in the cloud and simply using cloud infrastructure. The decrease of hosted storage costs allows us to make the cloud more prolific, allows us to use it in more places and for more things. And the technical sophistication of the population definitely helps. People are less afraid of what this ominous, ubiquitous cloud is. They're very comfortable with the idea and therefore are likely to trust it. Finally, people have increased the size and value of digital data that they are uploading and that they're using. They, again, trust the cloud, therefore they're going to put very important things in it. They're going to put financial documents, tax statements. They're going to put photos that they know that they're never going to get back again. That they're putting it up there to protect it because it could get damaged in a house fire. It could get damaged in some sort of natural disaster. But in the cloud, they know that it won't. They know that they'll be able to get it back another time. So people understand this, and they're willing to trust it. The IDC, which is an analyst firm that we reference quite often, confirms that massive adoption by business communities is near term. When they did this survey, which is about a year and a half ago, 16% of companies surveyed were using online backup. They estimate that 69% in the future are evaluating it or planning to use it. That's pretty massive. Think about that, 69% as your actual market opportunity. How many of you on the line today are selling to residential customers versus businesses? This part of the presentation is going to be very important to those of you that are servicing businesses. You certainly want to know what small to medium-sized businesses are looking for in online backup. Eric says he's servicing businesses. That's awesome, Eric. We're glad for you because there's a great amount of opportunity there. So small and medium-sized businesses are looking for a one-stop shop. They're looking to be able to do all of their backup from one location, and rightly they should. Doing piecemeal backup leads to problems. You have to manage too many systems, making sure that they all work together. By doing backup from one central location, it's much easier and much more foolproof. They want to back up all of their workstations, servers, laptops, and mobile devices with one system. We sometimes refer to this as endpoint plus server backup. So what is in the SOS 360-degree Partner Program, and how can it help you? SOS offers what we call a business in a box. And we say this because it really gives you everything. It gives you marketing materials, it gives you an application, it gives you tools to start selling in less than 1 week. So if you're concerned about ramping up your online backup business, it's not really a concern that you need to have because we do a lot of the setup for you. There are a few things that you need to do on your end, such as setting up a merchant account to allow to sell online backup, but that's really it. And of course, being willing and ready and anxious to start selling online backup. Within our program, you get a number of things. One that's at the top here, which I'll show you later, is a file locker referral program. So in addition to getting a dashboard and centralized management system that will help you monitor and sell online backup, you do get to sell and seed trials of our secure cloud collaboration solution called File Locker. That's at no additional cost. You can send out those trials to all of your customers, and when they upgrade to a paying plan, on a quarterly basis, we remit to you 20% commission. Also included in the program is a website template, so like this little screenshot down here in the bottom right-hand corner. This is what it looks like. You get a website template that allows you to change the colors, change the logo, change the content, and this can be your company website. It can just be a website for selling online backup, whatever you want it to be. You can change metadata for SEO purposes. You can link a blog to it, and most importantly, you can sell online backup from it. This is what we call our integrated billing portion of the platform. We offer you our award-winning software, which includes rebranding, and there's no hardware purchase required. Many programs do require you to purchase a machine that could cost several $1,000s. That's not something that we do. Even in our private cloud option, you have the ability to use whichever machine you want. We offer weekly live trainings on Wednesdays and Fridays alternating, and at which point you get to speak to our product manager who can give you all kinds of technical and administrative guidance on using the program. In our Partner Resource Center, you will get sales and marketing materials, rebranded client, rebranded sales, and rebrandable sales and marketing materials. So you can download them, modify them, rebrand them as you like. So how does SOS stack up against some other programs out there? We like to say that we offer a great deal more breadth than some programs out there. We offer 12/7 partner support as well as business development assistance. So when you sign up, we don't just forget about you. We are there to make sure that you are selling online backup and that you are successful. After all, of course, if you're successful, then we're successful. You can rebrand the application so all of your customers would see your brand on their desktop, not ours. Of course, rebrand sales and marketing materials and get your website template. The website template is a really unique offering. I'm not aware of any other provider out there that does offer that. So if you don't already have a website or you want to create a website that is dedicated simply to online backup, then this is a really great option for you. We do have a data center in London, in South Africa, as well as 10 others around the world, but we do offer you the opportunity to host in your own data center or in your customer's data center or create your own network. We call that private cloud deployment, and we allow you the opportunity to do that if you like. We offer, of course, our collaboration rev share program. This is what we call FileLocker. And we offer Exchange, SQL, and Windows backup so that you can meet the needs of those business customers. So what's in the SOS Online Backup product suite? A number of the things we already talked about, but I want to make sure that we delve in here and you guys get the opportunity to ask any questions about this that you want. On the right-hand side of the diagram, you'll see some green squares. These are meant to indicate business platforms, so mid-sized to larger businesses may want this, and our system allows you to sell it. So these people will want to back up operating systems. They'll want to back up app data like SQL servers or Exchange servers or SharePoint servers, and of course they'll want to back up endpoint data, so documents, images, emails. They'll want to back up PCs and Macs, so they will want total endpoint protection as well as image-based backup protection, and you can do that with this product suite. You will actually also get protection for iPhone and Android. So many businesses are offering their employees the opportunity to bring their own device if they want and use their own device. There are over 500 types of Androids out there in the world, just for example, and your customers may have all of them. We do allow that to be backed up. We recently counted, and our backup application is being used to back up 324 different types of Androids. That's a lot of Androids. So the flexibility of the program is there to be able to protect all kinds of endpoints should you need it. SOS Server Safe is a complete SMB online backup solution. We designed this program so that individuals and businesses could back up everything within their company from one central location. They can back up Exchange backup and granular recovery, Exchange servers and granular recovery, I'm sorry. This allows you to back up and then recover mail items, message items, contacts, and basically anything that's inside of a MS Exchange inbox. You can restore deleted files and be regulation compliant. Many businesses need this to be compliant with government regulations, particularly finance companies. Bare metal image creator allows you to take a snapshot, otherwise known as a bare metal image, of servers. You can do this for Exchange, Windows servers, SQL servers, SharePoint servers, and file servers. Online Backup and Recovery Manager is the tool that you will use to send these items and these images as well as files to the cloud and also to recover them. And you can do this remotely from the SOS Partner Dashboard. Premier Web Integration is our website integration package that we were talking about. Here you can integrate billing management, merchant accounts, and much more. And you can back up mobile devices and also restore them. So once you've backed up a mobile device, you can actually restore the items that are on it to any other location. So who does SOS Server Save compare with? If you have customers out there who are already using any of these guys, Zenith, Intronus, or eVault, then this is an excellent slide for you. I know there are just dozens and dozens of competitors out there, and unfortunately, we don't have a large enough slide to address all of them, but these are some that we run across very commonly. Where SOS Server Save really stands out is in unlimited seats per account. So because we're so big on endpoint protection and total business protection, we believe that we shouldn't nickel and dime you on each seat in your account. So we only charge based on storage and based on server licenses. So no matter how many seats you have inside your account, let's pretend you have 1 terabyte and 500 seats, that's fine. You can back up all of those endpoints. We also offer transactionally consistent bare metal images. This is important because it's in contrast to crash consistent images. A crash consistent image means that 2 servers do not stop talking to each other before an image is made. So they may still have data that's in transit when an image is taken. Therefore, that data would be lost. Transactionally consistent forces the backup software to communicate with each server before it takes an image to ensure that those servers are not presently communicating or transferring any data. Once they ensure that they're not, only then will it take the image, therefore ensuring that no data is lost and no data is missed in the image. Data centers and infrastructure. So we do have data centers around the world. We have them in London, Johannesburg, Toronto, Houston, Dallas, Los Angeles, Melbourne. We also have some global points of presence in Kiev and Chennai. These are all military-grade data centers. They all include 24/7 watch, video surveillance, biometric credential requirements, backup generators, temperature and humidity controls. They are all Tier 3 and Tier 4. Many of them are SSAE certified. They are designed to protect your data in any situation that may occur. If you don't want to use one of our data centers, that's totally fine. We do offer a private cloud online backup option. We also offer this for our collaboration solution, FileLocker. We would simply allow you to deploy on-premise, off-site, or in your own data center. What we would do is set you up to our grid so that our software works within your data center and you can back up to it. You might want to do this in order to create a point-to-point network, throttle up load speed, which we don't do automatically, decrease your cost of internet connection. How many of you on the line today do have your own network or your own data center or know of a specific data center that you might want to use for online backup or for collaboration? Okay, one of you. It's pretty common these days. It's becoming much more common. Okay, Eric prefers ours. That's totally fine too. That's our bread and butter. That's what we've been doing for 12 years. So we have plenty of them for you to choose from. So what are some data center security features that you should be watching out for? If you were to be shopping for your own data center, these are things you certainly want to ask about. If in the case of Eric, you want to use ours, rest assured that they are already taken care of. So what makes a data center Tier 3 versus Tier 4? The differences are pretty minimal, but you certainly want to use one of these. One is water supplies. Tier 4 data centers include redundant cooling water supplies. Tier 3 don't. Uptime. Tier 3 makes its way all the way to 99.9% uptime. Tier 4 makes its way to 99.99% uptime. So the operating costs for a Tier 4 are significantly more expensive, but they are both very high quality data centers. What kind of monitoring does a data center need? So this needs to be considered because, of course, a data center is just a big building with a bunch of servers in it, right? It shouldn't just be regarded that way. It's actually a vault. It should be regarded as needing to be protected like a bank. So what kind of monitoring does a data center need with that in mind? It should be monitored 24/7 by 365, every single day, every single minute of the year. This monitoring should include physical security. So there should be humans on premise that don't have access to the hardware but are protecting the building. Biometric identification mechanisms, so fingerprint scanners should be required to get into the building. There should also be video recording. SOS clients and outside personnel are never allowed to access data centers. So me, our product manager, our IT staff, none of those individuals are allowed to get into the data center, and we do that completely for your protection. How do data centers protect against every natural disaster that might happen? There are volcanoes, there are hurricanes, there's rain, floods. There are so many natural disasters that can occur. Data centers are designed to have a number of things that your home or your office or mine don't automatically have. They have things like fire suppression. So in a flood, when electrical is damaged, you may have a fire occur. This happens quite often. Our data centers include redundant and automated fire suppression systems to prevent this from being a problem. Data replication. So data is stored redundantly within the data center or offsite depending on your deployment. So if you want a deployment that is redundant specifically to Toronto, for example, you could do that. You just need to let us know. It doesn't happen automatically, but let us know and we can absolutely do that for you. Power generation, so 2 or more power supplies should be on site and in use. So these should include generators and fuel supplies. So what is the pricing and revenue opportunity with this package? We have 4 main types of entry points, but we can customize one for you if needed. How many on the line today do want to get image-based backup for servers? Is that something that you're looking into? If you are, then this would be a great program for you. If not, then you may only want to buy storage, and that's okay. That's absolutely available to you. So our plans are flexible and available to get your online backup business started. We don't limit your margin or take a commission. You can add server licenses or gigs as you grow your business, and business development assistance is available after you get started. So most of our partners enter at the SOS ServerSafe 5 level. This gives you 5 server licenses, so 5 image-based backup licenses, and 1 terabyte of space. This comes at the cost of $399 if you're backing up to the U.S. There's a slight premium for other data centers if you do want to back up specifically to London or specifically to Johannesburg, but it is minimal. So if you were backing up to the U.S. and you wanted to break out the monthly cost per server license, it would only be about $80. We suggest that you retail the combination of 1 server license and 200 gigs for about $129 per month. That's what we recommend. However, we have many partners that are selling for much more than that. If you do base it on that, your margin per server license would be $49 per month. If you were selling everything in your package, everything in your ServerSafe 5 package, you'd be making $246 per month on a regular basis. This, of course, increases with the more that you're selling and the more that you're using. So in the SOS ServerSafe 25 package, you would have 4 terabytes, 25 image backup licenses for $8.99 a month, and you'd be making $2,326 per month. Of course, we have packages that are larger than this and packages that are in between, but these are our 4 main entry points. Does anyone have any questions about any of this? I want to make sure that everybody has all the information on pricing that they need. I mean, we're here to build a business with you, so we want to make sure that we have investment opportunities that are attuned to your business. Okay, if there aren't any questions there, I'm going to go ahead and move on to a preview of the dashboard. So I'm just going to log in with some basic test credentials that we have. Eric, that's a great question. So server licenses is a term that we use interchangeably with image backup licenses. So if you're looking for bare metal image backup or bare metal image protection, that is the same thing. Primarily it's used to back up servers, so that's why we use that term. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so this is our SOS partner dashboard. So as a partner, you would spend a lot of time in here. And it is designed to connect everything within the program. It's designed to connect the website integration package, all of your customers' endpoint backups, your image backup licenses, all of your software, even your rebranding settings, and of course access to support and access to FileLocker. So at the very top, we've got news and updates. So right now, we're calling for native Exchange beta testers. So this is available to existing partners. We are getting ready to roll out our own version of Exchange backup and granular recovery, so our partners can participate in this. We're very big on crowdsourcing and getting our partners' feedback. So all of our partners are also included in something that we call the Partner Advisory Community. And in that area, all of our partners are asked to give feedback on features that they want, and all other partners vote on it. And one of the things that our partners voted the most was Exchange backup. They wanted it to be native. They wanted it to be completely integrated into the SOS platform. So we're doing that. We're getting ready to roll it out in a matter of weeks after the beta testing is through. These panes here show us account usage, activity alerts, and graphs on file usage and consumption. So let's go ahead and start right here, because it's pretty simple. This shows you the number of files that are backed up by month, so you can judge your customer's activity. Are they backing up more or less? If for some reason on an aggregate level they start backing up less, you may want to talk to them. You want to make sure that they are using online backup the way that they should, and that everything is set up correctly for them. So this really is a marketing opportunity as well. You can see the size of data that they're backing up. That would also be an indicator to you if maybe they needed some help, or if maybe their backups were not configured correctly. And you can see your total use space here. So the blue is your free space, and this tiny little red sliver is the used space. And in fact, in this case, it's 0% used because this is a test account. Over here in activity alerts, this lets you see which customer's account specifically you may need to pay some attention to. Oh, come on. Okay. Let's move on over to account usage. I seem to be having some internet problems. Can you guys hear me okay and still see the screen? I think you can, but I'm not sure. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, unfortunately, I'm not able to show you that right now. I'll come back to it in a minute and see if that's gotten any better, in which case some of these we have a problem too. Okay, so in the tools section, this is where you would create an account, view your existing accounts, and also change your rebranding settings. So we've spoken a great deal about rebranding your application. So this is where you would do it. It's quite simple. You would just rename your product right here. So we've named it Acme Online Backup. You can upload your new logo, and you can even change your desktop icon. You can also change these URLs that will be present within the application. So just change those here, click OK, and then that is what will appear in these downloads. So we have the server save installer, so this is what you would use for backing up servers. And employing your image-based backup, you would use this program here. Online backup for Windows, online backup for Mac, both of these would be rebranded, and our online backup for Windows MSI. So if you want to do remote deployment to hundreds of endpoints within your customer's business, you could do that with this MSI. You would need to write your own MST or have somebody within the company help you write your own MST, but this is our MSI that will allow you to do remote endpoint backup. Our support section has access to our Partner Resource Center, which I'll show you really quickly. This is a repository for much of our sales and marketing materials that we actually use ourselves. So we imagine that you would love to have access to them to help sell online backup. We have sales presentations and guides, which are PowerPoint templates as well as basic sales and marketing documents. Disaster recovery plan template. This is a great way to get in and start selling online businesses is by providing them a disaster recovery plan. And here's a template that you can use to do so. We have compliance guidelines. So if any of your customers need to comply with these things and they're curious about what exactly the implications are for online backup, we have this information here for you. In the marketing section, we have email templates which you can use and customize, marketing presentations, much like the PowerPoint that we were just going through, sell sheets, and retail pricing information. So if you're unsure about what you want to price your online backup plans at, this document can help you. Product information. So installation and user guides are all here. There are videos on administrative information, technical training information, so exactly using the software in certain situations, that is here, and also some sales training information. And for FileLocker, since it is very much based on promotion of a free trial or free account, we give you a little bit of information on promoting FileLocker. So you can click here to download. You can also click here to download the FileLocker Creative Catalog if promoting it via banners is something that you want to do. I'm sorry, I seem to have lost my screen. So are there any questions about anything that I have gone over so far? This has been a pretty quiet group today, so please don't be shy. Please feel free to ask me any questions you have. I'm sorry, I have lost my GoToMeeting screen. I don't know if you can all hear me. Okay, there we are. Okay. Thanks, Eric. Okay, so you have a great question. What is FileLocker? So FileLocker is our secure cloud collaboration solution. In addition to SOS Online Backup, it is something that we offer to our partners. So if you want to join as an online backup partner, that's fantastic, and we certainly hope that you do. But when you do, you get access to selling FileLocker. So in this instance, this is your unique URL. So if you have a unique URL, it will always be associated to you. So in this case, this URL has the number 849. 849 will always be your partner identification number for FileLocker. It will stick with you. It will stick with whoever you give this to. So when they sign up for an account and then they upgrade, you remit a commission. FileLocker is a secure collaboration solution. So if any of your customers have ever asked you for something like Dropbox or Box, this is your answer. Those companies do not have very robust reseller programs, nor do they have one that works in this fashion. There are some out there, but they're not exactly the same. FileLocker is a secure solution in that it encrypts locally, in transit, and at rest in the data center, just like our online backup solution. It allows users to share files, edit files in the cloud, preview files in the cloud, collaborate online, anywhere, sync files from any folder on the desktop, as well as ensure that all of those are password protected in the cloud. It's a pretty unique solution in that way. That's not always the case. So do go and check out the FileLocker website. We have a few videos on there done by our CEO, Ken Shaw. It is the secure end-to-end encryption solution from desktop to cloud. So give it a try. It's free to start an account. You can just do that by clicking right here. The other great thing about the solution is that you can deploy it privately. So if you have a customer who has their own network and they need to be sure that their collaboration solution is functioning behind their own firewall, they can use FileOffice for that. Like you and us would work together to make sure that that deployment goes off without a hitch. So do go check it out. It's quite interesting and it's quite a fun tool to use. Are there any other questions that I can help answer for you guys? We're just about to wrap up here. Okay, if there are no more questions, I will bid you adieu and thank you very much for joining us today. I really appreciate your attention and your attendance, and we hope to see you soon.